Hi everyone, you're home on the tools with James. We're in the front yard today and I'm going to show you 5 top tips before you get into your reno for spring. Let's go and take a look. Alright, so let's have a bit of a look at how our kakayu has fared across the winter season. And you can see here that there is a lot of thatch being pulled up through the lawn, and I was lucky enough to have a whole pack of galahs come down on my lawn and really pull it apart and scarify it for me. So they have made quite a bit of a mess. You can see a few winter weeds in here, not too many. I sort of ran a bit of a program across winter to control as many winter weeds as I can, so not too bad on that front. However, you can see that the kakayu is still really quite dormant, and there is a bit of ryegrass, a bit of fescue that was in the mix that I used when I laid this seed, is still quite thriving quite a bit. So I want to take you through 5 steps that I do 1 month out from reno, and you can get overly excited with your renos and go too early. I know I did last year. I'm actually going to wait till October this year, really give the grass a chance to become active when it's in really good shape, and then we'll do our reno then. So these are the 5 tips that I've got before we head into the lawn renovation season. Let's go and take a look. So tip number 1, we're working our way across our lawn. We're going to pull out any visible weeds we can see. Let's go and hook into it. Alright, so we've pulled out all the big weeds that we can get out of the lawn visibly, so we're done there. Tip number 2, it's going to be a real basic one. So I'm on kakayu today. It's a warm season grass. We've had a long winter. I actually need to now give it a quick mow. Just taking off a slight bit for now. I'm not going to scalp it just yet. Take a little bit off to promote a bit of growth and get the lawn activated. So let's go ahead and do a mow. And there we go, quick trim of the lawn. Now we're on to tip number 3, and that's we've got to feed our lawn. I'm using a product called Dominate Mini here today. It's a smaller pill. I find it goes better through my fert spreaders. This one's from Lawn Tips on YouTube. He's a good fella, selling some good product there. So I'm using this one. I found with a lot of these dry ferts, you can really burn your lawn if you're not too careful. So always follow the directions on the bag. Just a light application today, so let's get to it. So there we go, we've fed our lawn. We're on to tip number 4 now. It's time to feed our soil. And what I'm using here today is just basic Seasol. I buy it in bulk. I find I use a lot of the stuff. Really, really good product. This is going to activate our soil and get some really good growing in for our lawn. I'm going to apply it down with my Hoselink fert sprayer. Really handy, these things, make the job easy. I'll put about 300ml on this and we'll go pretty liberal. With Seasol, I find you can't really go too hard with this stuff. It's always pretty good, so let's hook into it. Alright, so we've got our application of Seasol down. That brings me on to tip number 5, and that tip is a product called Bow and Arrow. This is a selective herbicide. I'll bring it closer so you can see what I'm talking about. So this little beauty here is it's ideal for warm season grasses. It's a selective herbicide. It'll really knock out those winter weeds, and it will make sure my kakayu doesn't die along with it. Interesting to note with this product, you do not use it 3 or 4 days either side of mowing, so I'm not going to put this down right now. I'll do it later in the week. But what that will mean is that by the time I do my reno in about a month's time, start of October, the lawn will be fit, fighting, ready to go, and ready to charge back up after the reno. So that's my 5 tips for a healthy lawn and what you should do pre-reno. If you enjoyed the video and you want to leave a like, that would be great. And if you do enjoy the content and you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. We'll leave it there. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.